Guys, here we go. Donald Trump is going to wage a trade war with the BRICS nations. I wasn't going to make a video today because I just didn't want to. I made one last night and didn't want to make one today, but this popped up in my X feed, and I read this and I'm like, And I want to know what you all think. Do you think this is a good idea? How do you think this is going to affect us here in the United States? And this is going to be a definite trade war. Is what we're working on here. Donald Trump, the idea that BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over. We require a commitment from these countries that they will neither create a new BRICS currency nor back any other currency to replace the mighty US dollar, or they will face 100% tariffs and should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful US economy. They can go find another sucker. There is no chance that the BRICS will replace the US dollar in international trade, and any country that tries should wave goodbye to America. So do you think that this is a good idea? How do you think it's going to affect us here in the United States, since we don't manufacture anything? You would think that they would be trying to figure out how to work together with these other countries, because I don't see the BRICS nations, China, Russia, India, Brazil, and all the other nations like Saudi Arabia that's trying to join, just saying, okay, we just give up. We're going to give up BRICS completely. We're going to stop trading in other currencies besides the US dollar because the US says so. They will just trade with each other because most of the world now are following and wanting to join the BRICS nations. So they're going to trade with each other, and the United States is going to be shit out of luck, in my opinion, the way this is looking. I could be totally wrong. China and Russia and all the other countries could just say, wow, we better go ahead and just get back on the US dollar and just completely dissolve the BRICS nations because Donald Trump said so. Because we can't buy and sell to the United States. If they don't, it's going to hurt us worse than it will them, to be honest about it. We buy a lot of stuff from China. But if, like Donald Trump says here, if they don't dump BRICS, don't dissolve BRICS, or don't trade exclusively in US dollars and dump any other currency that they're working on, then they won't be able to trade here in the United States. That's what it says right here. They can find another sucker. There is no chance that the BRICS will replace the US dollar in international trade, and any country that tries should wave goodbye to America. What do we manufacture? China manufactures all the antibiotics, most 90% of our prescription drugs. Are we going to be able to just magically bring up all this production and bring up everything and get it at the same price that we've been getting stuff now from China and around the world? That's going to take a long time. And in my opinion, this is going to happen. So we're going to have major shortages of things here in the United States. Who knows? The BRICS nations, China, Xi Jinping, Vladimir Putin, all other nations in BRICS may just say, well, let's just dissolve the whole idea of the BRICS nations. Let's just give it all up and give full power to the United States and full power to the dollar and ensure that the United States hegemony lasts a few more years before the economy completely collapses. Maybe, but I seriously doubt it. I would say that they will say to the United States and just trade in and among themselves. I forget how many percentage of the world's population now is in BRICS, and just the other countries that aren't in BRICS will also still be trading with the BRICS nations. Just the United States here, they might get a few to go along with it, maybe. Who knows? But if it's just the United States, we do import a lot from other nations, just about everything we have. But if they cut us off, or if Trump cuts imports off, then we're going to have nothing here in the United States. And trying to get the manufacturing back up, and those facilities running, and employees and everything, it's going to take longer than 4 years. They could get a lot of it going, maybe, but then our prices are going to go up. This trade war isn't good. I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but when I'm looking at this, and I know we import everything. United States imports our microchips, all the electronics, all the cell phones, things like this computer monitor, this microphone, everything gets imported into the United States, and most of it is from the BRICS nations, China specifically. So what's going to happen is the United States, and what Trump says here, he's coming in and saying, dissolve BRICS, don't trade in any other currency besides the United States dollar because we want to keep the United States hegemony on that dollar. Dissolve BRICS, trade in U.S. currency, or we'll cut you off from imports. That's what it says right here. You won't be able to import or sell anything to us here in the United States. What's going to happen? I mean, really? I don't know. Maybe BRICS will just say, well, Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin and all the other BRICS nations and partners will say, well, let's just go ahead and dissolve all this, forget about what we've been working on here for a decade now, putting BRICS together and working on all this plan to get rid of the United States dollar. We'll just go ahead and just dissolve all of this, and we'll go ahead and pay 100% tariffs, and we'll keep shipping to the United States and trade only in U.S. dollars. That's not going to happen, in my opinion. That's just like everyone thinks that Trump's going to go in and end the war in Ukraine in 3 hours, going to make a call to Putin and say, you better stop this. And Putin's going to say, yes, sir. I don't see that happening. They could work out a deal, but I see Russia keeping a large part of that land there, the land they've already taken that borders Russia. They're going to keep that. They're not going to lose all these men in Ukraine in this war and take this territory and then just say, well, okay, Trump's in office now, we'll go ahead and just give this back to Ukraine. It'll be all right. That ain't going to happen. They're going to keep that. So it's not going to be as easy as everyone thinks. Just and Russia just pull all the troops out and give everything back to Ukraine, and then BlackRock and all the contractors go into Ukraine and rebuild that and make billions of dollars rebuilding Ukraine. That's not going to happen like that. They may get a peace deal, but Russia isn't going to give up, all the land, all the territory devoted to be taken back into Russia. They're not going to give that up. Russia's going to keep that. So, it's not going to be as easy as everyone thinks that it's going to be. And this right here, this trade war, is going to affect us, the United States, greatly because we don't import anything. And I don't see the BRICS nations just stopping and dissolving BRICS and giving up and just trading in United States dollars. Why would they do that for? They work too hard. And I'm not saying I want them to. I would rather that we went back on, just like Donald Trump wants to do here, as far as getting the world back on the dollar as the world reserve currency, dumping BRICS, importing everything here cheaply. I wish it would happen, but I don't see it keeping on. And this is all about keeping the dollar hegemony right here. We're trying to put pressure on the whole world, because the United States and the actual controllers and the bankers want to keep that dollar hegemony where they can keep printing and printing and printing, and the rest of the world absorb, the United States debt. That way they don't have to have no financial responsibility, and they can keep robbing the country for a little while longer. So that's all about, actually. That's why they want to keep the dollar hegemony. And so they're trying to work together with partners around the world and work trade deals and stuff that's beneficial to everyone. This is about, it says it right here, keeping the dollar hegemony. And if we cut off imports from all these BRICS nations, we're going to be screwed here in the United States. Just think in the comments below. I really had nothing. I just saw this and didn't really plan on making a video today, and I decided to go ahead and put this up because I think it's so important. Instead of actual nuclear war, this right here is going to be a war, a trade war. And the way BRICS has been being set up, and the way everything's going now to the United States dollar and all the debt, we will most likely lose this trade war. I could be totally wrong. Like I said, BRICS could say, well, we're going to just dissolve BRICS and go back on the dollars or the world reserve currency and trade in only dollars, and going to just go with what the United States wants. Could happen. I don't think it will, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Anyway, comment below if you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video, hopefully.